Hi. Uh, in my garden. Falls to you. Because wherever I work, I got thrown out for indiscipline or something, and I was not indisciplined. Something happened, I got into some problem, and for some reason, I lost the job. Or people stopped giving me work. I don't know how the system works. I came to a point where I didn't want to bend my head down because in reports I'd been the best performer in all the jobs I worked. And I realized, forget about it. My old man was a big man in the government of India. And he's left some money for me. God bless him. And thank him very much for that. So I have some freedom. I may be more fortunate than many people. So I'm lucky. But I use the time reading, studying and writing books and doing what you can call a business. Because art is a kind of business. If it clicks, I'll make a lot of money. That's not why I do it. It's because I like to do it. Okay, I am now talking about reality and what I've read about what is reality. Now, objective reality is nothing. Is zero. Infinity. There's nothing. There's nothing. That is the purest being. There's nothing at all. The deepest being of our psyche, which is the deepest being is black. Unconsciousness. Ma Kali. Complete chaos. Unconsciousness. Even Carl Jung says that. It's unconsciousness from which. But when it gets conscious of itself, it becomes conscious. And then it is dealing in energy. And energy is 69-70%, 70% dark energy. So it is negative. And thoughts are the language of consciousness. And 69-70% are dark thoughts. If you are able to witness it, from what the Mahakali philosophy, you reach a state of Mahaka. From a stillness, you're witnessing space-time. You have crossed space-time. You're beyond space-time. You're just witnessing space-time. You're the still witness. Even the Bible says, be still and know that I am God. Now, Quran doesn't agree that by stillness you can be God. Because they say Allah is different. But there are enough verses in the Quran to say, for peace, you have to get to a state of stillness. So, peace is only stillness. That is going beyond the chaos of consciousness and energy. Now, reality is finally nothing. There is nothing there. We are creating our own reality, and reality is perception. Everything about life, even if you're going through depression, try and analyze why you're being depressed. It could be a narrative of your life. I went through a lot of big depression when I lost my girlfriend, and I was playing a victim's card. Oh, she misused me. Now I realize that's the ego. The victim's card is the biggest joker of the ego. Playing the victim. And a lot of people play it. He mistreated me, she did wrong. It is just the ego. It's the ego's narrative. That is only centered on itself. And we know through the mind, through neuroscience, the brain creates that narrative of the individual. And is always fighting for glory. He's a ghost. He's the devil. And you have to get over him. But it takes a lot of time. It takes a sadhana, the word in Hindu philosophy. Reflection and realization. That's a ghost. Don't get caught with that narrative. It's a complete ghost. And go beyond the ghost and realize you are just another aspect of life. What are you? Just a body caught in energy and consciousness. And everything is happening there. And the story of the individual is being created there by the ego. Ego is an aspect of God because He's I am. But realize that I am starts at the lowest realization with you thinking it is you. The body. And that is the lowest realization. That is that narrative, the Joker card, the self-pity character. But we realize that is not the I am, that is the clown. He is the creation of the ego. And he's, as we're 69-70% dark energy, he's the big aspect. You have to break away from that and realize, no, the I am is everywhere. And in a love relationship, there is no winner-loser. Love wins finally. Because it is freedom. It cannot be caged. It has to be set free. If it is caged, it becomes an institution. That is different. So reality is only perception. In fact, whatever, and another thing is, everybody only sees the world from his level of perception and his state of consciousness. So, you may be talking the most brilliant thing, but if you're sitting with an idiot, he will only see you as another idiot, because that is his only reference to reality. He has no other reference. So, be careful of who you share your time and space with. That's why some of the most deepest thinkers only stay alone. Because they realize this world, until you meet a beautiful mind or you can learn something from somebody, there's no point. Be with nature, be with music, be with books, keep educating yourself, because education is a never-ending process. As Isaac Asimov says, the only real education is self-education. In fact, I believe the school and college education, at least in India, what we are set up, which was set up by in the 1800s by Thomas Macaulay, when English came into India, it was to create babus and slaves for the British Empire. Yes sir, no sir, all that jazz. And that was set up in the industrial age, because that is what the age needed, people to follow orders. But times have changed. Our world over, the world has gone way ahead, and we are now in the information age. The skills man need to survive in this are different. It is no longer the industrial age, so we're in a different age. Getting back to perception, everything about the world is perception. Now, no two people see the same thing alike. That is what's unique. We live in plural realities. Objective reality, there's nothing, zero. That is only objective reality. Over that, we live in plural realities. Everybody is living in his own reality. That's why Bruce Lee and the great guys who all came to a point, go beyond the mind, feel, don't think. Don't go beyond the mind. Feeling is better than thinking. Even I've come to realize that, meeting different kinds of people. And now I've thrown out everybody, because they all come with preconceived notions of who I am and everything else. And I can feel it. I'm very sensitive. Oh, Jesus. Really, I'm very sensitive. Even in a room I walk in, I can feel the vibration straight away. And I can feel who's happy, who's unhappy. And I like the people who are happy and comfortable. And strangely, I have found in Hyderabad, where I live, they are the auto drivers, the chaiwalas, and the dhobiwala, who are doing simple jobs, and they're really happy. Like I have a istriwala, I call her Mai. And she's really such a dignified lady. I mean, that is for me the best of Hindu culture. They don't want to have big demands in life. And I have met so many rich people. I come from a big Christian family, and we've roamed around, at least I've roamed around to the highest of high society, in all the 5 stars and all that jazz. But now when I see that Mai, every morning, evening I see her when I go for a walk, she's so contented, just doing istri, she sees me, her smile is so genuine. Those are the real happy people. It is contentment and happiness. That is what's peace and happiness. That is her perception. She's reached there, that there is nothing, and that is a fact of Hindu philosophy, that you are real. The world is not real. Even physics today confirms the observer is real. But the observer creates his own reality, because we are stuck with the individual and his ego. And the ego can create any reality. So reality is finally only perception. And people will only meet you from their level of consciousness, not what you may be. So, best is, I have realized, my realization is stay alone, read books. I'm fortunate. I thank God, really, for the blessings that I have some. So, I can't really call myself completely free, because one guy said, don't learn from somebody who never left his home. Fact is, I've left my home. I use this place. I live in home, I use it company. I've left the connection with them. I'm quite a bastard. I use the place for my convenience. And in this modern world, you have to be smart. It's how comfortable you get where. Now, if I want to be an idealist, I say, I have to be the real guy, leave this house, go live in the streets, and try to make it. I'm not bothered in all that jazz. Hey boss, it's cool. Idea is to be happy and peaceful. I don't want to make a big name for myself. I just want to be in peace and comfortable. And this is fine for me. I'll keep reading, studying, and anybody asks me, yes, I'm nothing. I'm a parasite, as our Chief Minister of Hyderabad, Anumant Reval Reddy, commented in some interview about somebody who was taking a panga with him. And he said, what have I got to do with him? He's a parasite. He lives on his father's money. I've got nothing to do with him. So, in that level, in economics, because the different levels of a personality, I'm a parasite. Because I've not paid any tax for years. There was a time when I had a job, I was making 6-7 lakhs, and I was making a lot of money. But I didn't like that lifestyle. I gave it up. That time I was paying tax. But I've chosen this life. And I write books, I do paintings, I do music, and I made money in the process. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. It's like a business. It's like gambling. It comes or it doesn't come. Now I've written a beautiful book, Angrez Langur, which I like. Now it may be Kakai Tanakunji Panakunji, as says in Tamil. For a crow, even her baby is the most beautiful. I think it's coming very blessed. I don't think I'm the doer. It's come from a higher consciousness. All my work that I've done in life, I really believe it's come from a higher intelligence, not from me. it has not been recognized, that is a different issue. I mean, Vincent van Gogh, Mozart, all died as paupers. No, please, don't misunderstand. I'm not saying I'm Vincent van Gogh at all. I'm not saying I'm Mozart at all. I'm just showing you an example that a lot of people, Nikola Tesla, a lot of great people went unrecognized. Don't misunderstand that I am saying that. There's a story. There's a Buddhist monk who tells his master that he's going for 10 years to the forest to meditate. So the master asked him, what are you going to meditate about? He said that I am the Buddha. So he went to 10 years and he meditated. He came back after 10 years, he still didn't find Buddha, enlightenment, anything. So he came back and he saw some other guys going for meditation, young monks. So he asked them, what did the master ask you to meditate about? And the junior monks told him that you are not the Buddha. So understand that. I am not Nikola Tesla, I am not Mozart, I am not Vincent van Gogh, I am Yogie Chandra Tatvaraj. Go by many names. Lorigabal, Bastard, son of a bitch, Chutia, all sorts of names I go by. And a Swedish proverb put best justice to it. I loved it. A Swedish friend told me, a loved one of many has many names. And true, I have a lot of people who like me. But there's also jealousy and war. That's part of the world. The world is a battleground. Everybody is meeting the world from their level of consciousness. And many people only meet as a competition. It's me versus you. And those guys, I found a bad state of energy to deal with. I stay away now from everybody. I just live in my space, my music. And that is my perception of reality. There is nothing. Keep an empty mind. When the God blesses you with some idea, put it down. Music, books, whatever. And that's what even Einstein, he was asked, what is the speed of sound? He replied, I don't keep such petty information in my mind, occupied in my mind. I keep my mind empty and receptive to ideas from the all-knowing cosmos. That is the best state of mind, to keep your mind empty. That is what I struggle to do, and keep my mind empty. Don't get caught with any pressure of the world. Do I have a job? Don't have a job? I've gone over that. I've tried the jobs and all that. I don't need the money. I'm not after worldly comforts at all. I was looking for this bliss of this comfort and peace and this high and this lovely energy I get from new ideas and stuff. And Michio Kaku, he's one of the greatest quantum physicists today in the world. He comments that in quantum physics, quantum precise, now the world is really 3 dimensions and time. That's what we understand, classical physics. Space, time and energy. 3 dimensions and time, 4 dimensions. But Michio Kaku, according to string theory, the world is 11 dimensions run by music. Wow, beautiful. So, let us have some music. Cheers. End by a statement by Bertrand Russell. I don't believe in beliefs because everything I believe could be wrong. So that sets the foundation of the way you and I think. Everything I've read, everything I understood, I meet it from the realization that I could be wrong. And I think, who was that? Charles Bukowski commented, the problem with the world is the intelligent people are full of doubt while the stupid ones are full of confidence. Really, I see myself as an idiot. And great guys. Shakespeare commented, the wise man knows he's a fool. The fool thinks he's wise. Don't see I'm trying to say this with some pseudo intellect of trying to use even being foolishness and stupid as being very intelligent. No, I really realize I'm a monkey. And really, when you have the realization of supreme intelligence that is running the entire show, you really get down on the feet of the Lord and say, Lord, I am monkey. Everything is run by you. even this creation of me, whatever is happening is your tamasha. I'm a tatputli, a small tadpole in the game, and whatever is your game, I'm ready for anything. You come to that acceptance, life is peace. That's why Sri Rama Maharshi says, surrender and all will be well. But come to that realization, however you do, through books, through reading, through prayer, you have to have a genuine realization of that supreme intelligence. Blind belief is dangerous. That will get you nowhere. It will not get you. The Lord will not be with you because one thing I know, the Lord I've understood, He hates hypocrites. You may go to church, temple, mosque. As far as I'm concerned, the Lord I know, He hates hypocrites. He prefers a guy who says bastard motherfucker. See, we have Aghoris, the left hand path of God. They use bastard motherfucker, hey, mother chod, ben chod, and many of them are with Lord Shiva. The power and energy they have is amazing. So, the Lord is the purest being. That is that zero, the complete, Ma Kali, from where everything comes from. Ma Kali is a name. Islam calls it Allah. Hinduism has a name as Jesus. Has other name as Ishvara, Shiva. There are different philosophies. Let's not get into all. That's a long subject. And Christianity is God the Father. Buddhism, of course, says there is no God. Again, coming to Mahakali, it's nothing. Unconsciousness. Different way of looking at it. Finally, there is nothing. Zero. It's a blank canvas. And we are creating our own reality on it with our own perception. And everybody you meets you on their level of perception and their reality. So be careful with who you meet, who you deal with. You're better off with a book, music, and your own silence, or, as I said, some music. Cheers.